Hello, hello. Old Dad here. I'm getting ready to discuss the post that I made a while back about who I would think would win. Rock and Wrestling Hulk Hogan, Who's Next Goldberg, or Super Cena. Now, most everybody picked Super Cena, but I disagree, and let me go ahead and tell you why as soon as we go to this. See, here's my thing. Super Cena could be beat. In that time of Super Cena, now was he basically unstoppable? He was basically unstoppable. And I knew Super Cena was going to win the whole post and everything like that, who everybody thought. And the reason why I knew he would was because most of us remember, it's fresh in our mind. Super Cena he seemed unstoppable. He was basically unstoppable. But who's next, Goldberg? Definitely unstoppable. And if you were unstoppable too, he just beat you to a pulp. He just beat you to a pulp. He didn't even, it was like crazy how dominant he would be to win. And Hogan in the Rock and Wrestling era, oh, no contest. No contest. Hogan in the Rock and Wrestling era, you may be unstoppable and beating him, and then at a certain point, he would be like, no. And you would start hitting him. A smart man would get out of there, wait for him to be done with his transformation, calm down a little bit, and then start back on him. But you couldn't do that, because then you would throw your hook, he would block it, boom, and then the leg drop would happen, and it'd be over. Same with Goldberg. Goldberg, just boom and speared you. And he had one of the most dominating spears this old man has ever seen. Goldberg's spear was crazy. And then he'd do that jackhammer where he would have you up forever and then slam you down. There's no doubt that hurt. All right, and if you notice, I'm in a little bit of a different environment. I'm on my lunch break. Old Dad's on his lunch break at work. So, my opinion of who would win, I want to say Goldberg. I do, because he would beat Super Cena. I'm sorry. Goldberg in the Who's Next, not the You're Next, the Who's Next era, that Goldberg, he would beat Super Cena. Super Cena would take the loss. And the fact that Super Cena can lose, well, that would do it. And as much as I want to say Goldberg would definitely beat Hulk Hogan, truth of the matter is he would spear Hulk Hogan, and he would go to pick him up, and Hulk Hogan would be shaking, and then Goldberg would hit him. And then Hulk Hogan would be like, no. And then he'd get to his feet, and he'd block Goldberg's head, and then he'd punch him. He would block Goldberg's head, and he'd be like, no. And then he would punch him, and leg drop, and 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, that's an old dad opinion, but that's how history was written. That's why Hulk Hogan was world champion for like 16,000 years. And Goldberg had a winning streak that was an absolute winning streak forever. Super Cena didn't. Super Cena didn't have that kind of winning streak. Super Cena, I loved Super Cena. He was fun to watch. Some of the feats he did was outstanding. He did not pick up Edge in the Big Show. He carried Edge in the Big Show. It's the difference of taking them on the turnbuckle and being like, okay, I'll carry you over here, boom, to picking them up. He picked up the Big Show plenty of times. That's no different than picking up Andre the Giant. That's no different than, well, Goldberg with the Big Show. It's no different. But to say that he picked them both up, it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way. Not taking away from it, Super Cena was super. Old Dad's opinion, the winner of that scenario would be Hulk Hogan. He was just unstoppable. No matter what you threw at him, there came a point in the match that he'd Hulk out. You, brother. Pow. Leg drop. Over. I think that leg drop would really take all these people out. Hey, it did. It did. Except for, I don't know. That's my opinion. That's where I stand with it. And that's why I stand with that. But I thank you all for your opinions on that. And if you want to add to this, I'd be more than happy to read what you say. I love hearing your comments. But that's my opinion because I've lived through all these eras and they all had someone somewhat unstoppable. But Super Cena was stoppable. Super Cena was beatable. That's why he had so many title changes during the Super Cena era. You didn't in the Hulk Hogan era. And in the Goldberg Who's Next, it took a taser. All right. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Later.